So we're on a mission to spread some practical religion through this cultural commentary. Now, Epstein's brother speaks on Tucker Carlson. So this poses a question: who killed Jeffrey Epstein? Now, these are more conspiratorial. This is all speculation, so don't come for us. We're gonna have a little fun though, and there is some information that came out with Epstein's brother interviewing with Tucker Carlson, and then I saw this segment from Breaking Points, which is an independent media news outlet, and one of the commentators on there raised a very interesting angle that involves Donald Trump. So you want to stay tuned for that. So let's get into this clip really quick.
When did you start to think that he did not kill himself?
Well, after the autopsy, and both pathologists, the city pathologist and Dr. Barden, came out of the autopsy and they said this doesn't look like a suicide. It looks more like a homicide.
So what did you do then?
Well, I figured I'd have to look into this and see what's going on.
Were you shocked that he might have been killed?
It came as a surprise, yeah.
So as his only surviving relative, what did you do to find out what happened to him?
Well, I started to inquire about what took place. The Justice Department was supposedly investigating. The initial death certificate said pending when it said cause of death, which means pending further investigation.
Yes.
So, but then a few days later, it was declared a suicide by the chief pathologist, who was not at the autopsy. And the questions became, what investigation was done in such a short period of time to make her determine it was a suicide, or was she basing it on Bill Barr's statement?
So yeah, some interesting perspective there from Jeffrey's brother, who's his only surviving relative, because his parents are gone. I don't think he has any kids or anything, and so that's the only person who has any ties to Jeffrey Epstein. And he's saying, "Hey, the math ain't math in here. They said it was pending." And then there wasn't really an investigation, but then they said that it was an investigation, and it's over 4 short days. And because generally, when it's somebody takes their life, you generally know, like, oh no, like,
for sure,
this is what it looks like,
yeah,
for sure. But the fact that it said pending, that does raise a little bit of questions. And then the fact that the original autopsy and pathologist, is that what he said? Said that it looked more like somebody had been strangled. That's also interesting, if that is in fact the case. What do you guys think?
I think these corporations, the government, all of them, there's a whole lot of reason not to trust every single little thing that they say, given past situations of other things going on. And so I definitely see that there could be some foul play here that had nothing to do with him deleting himself. So, yeah, very plausible.
Yeah, it does make sense. He is a powerful man who had a lot of resources and a lot of information, and then that was stripped from him. But now he has a lot of this information, a lot of secrets of people who have a lot to lose. And he doesn't really have anything to lose now because everything has been stripped away from him. And so it's not very cut and dry on, who would have, quote unquote, pulled the trigger if it weren't him. But it is interesting how the circumstances play out. And they've already primed us with all these different movies and television shows of what really happens, So, that's the funny thing to think about as well. And so now, do you have anything to add, Kenya?
No, I agree, 100%.
Okay. So now on Breaking Points, they had an interesting angle that involves Donald Trump. Take a look at this.
Now, there's also reporting, to give Trump some credit here, maybe more than he deserves because of reasons we'll go into in a second, that after Epstein, during the Bush administration, was convicted of, I forget the exact charge, but it was some type of like sexual assault-ish. It was knocked down to a very low degree, but it was still a sex crime. He was banned from Mar-a-Lago, and according to reporting that has come out, like he did not associate with Trump kind of after that, because that's an interesting break in the Epstein saga.
Right.
After he is a sex criminal, like a public sex criminal, tons of this stuff happened after that with these famous people.
That's right.
Where everybody kind of would have known that this had happened. Now the reason.
Now, see, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
Because he's saying that, hey, a lot of the stuff on, I guess, the lists that are coming out is
It happened
after
he's
he's alleged.
yeah.
Now, in the case of Trump, he's like, hey, once this stuff started happening, Trump's like,
Nah, bro.
nah, man, we may still be friends, but at least I'm not going to associate with you. We're going to
On
at least
paper.
say you're
Yeah.
banned. You know, I'm not sure the extent of, the relationship. They had that old picture where they were buddy back in the day. But I mean, that was very smart from Trump. But now he's about to get to, the other side where, maybe something there. Let's take a listen.
And I say we're giving Trump too much credit. It was a Bush administration. It was Acosta, a Bush administration assistant attorney, U.S. attorney, who cut the sweetheart deal with Jeffrey Epstein back then. He then became Trump's labor secretary.
Right.
And then also Epstein died in prison under Trump's watch. So let's not forget that either.
Worth noting as
Yeah,
well.
we're going with died.
We're going with died. He died under, Trump's watch. And so, this just goes back to my original point of saying that, hey, there's a lot of powerful people out there who probably, since this guy is not a part of the band anymore, essentially, is like, hey, no, we just need to get rid of this guy. He needs to be out of here. Right? And so it's very easy to understand how this wouldn't be what they said it is.
I'm doing a lot of thinking. I think it's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, I agree.
do. Like, I think it's exactly what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
I agree. I don't have any
Like,
objections
That's funny.
or anything to add. Like, yeah, I think it is what it is.
Yeah, I do. I do.
But is that ever going to come out? I don't know. We're in the age of truth. So
Hey,
it might.
right. Might be a whistleblower somewhere. Another deep throat.
Yeah. Well, see, the problem with
Oh, God.
you and Alan, man.
That's what the person. That's what the person's name was.
What
Right?
did you just
Was-
say? What is happening?
Y'all know what I meant. Y'all took it the wrong way.
No, you took it the wrong way. I almost missed that whole thing.
Oh my God.
Man.
Yep, another whistleblower out here. it might come
Yeah, and
out.
you said whistleblower.
Okay.
I'm done.
We're rated G
Oh,
over here.
Right,
man.
right.
Yeah. Let's get back on Jesus. No, but yeah, here's my final last sip. When you hold the secrets of those with unlimited resources and you have been disarmed of your own, you are a major target because you have nothing to lose while they have everything to lose. And that's what we think. We would like to know what you think. We have one more topic. We're going to bring this thing full circle when we come back, talking about Cat Williams on Yeezus, not Jesus, but